Well, it's time for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Clark, let's take a look at the Lakers. What will be the key for them?
One player who could be the X-factor is Michael Conley, so they can't lose him. He's been going off over the last 6 games. His scoring is way up. He's really flown.
As you look at Memphis, tell me, Clark, what's going to be the key taking on the Lakers?
Well, the one thing that's important, Kevin, when you're playing this team is to match their efficiency. Last season, this team averaged the fewest turnovers per game in the league. As a result, they always got good shots, and that's also why they were one of the best offensive teams as well.
We'll see how it pans out. Thanks, Clark. Now Young. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Bryant. Gets in close. Scores the opening field goal. Clark, when they write the final chapter on Kobe Bryant, where will he rank in this game?
Well, I think he'll be a Hall of Famer, first ballot, no doubt. When you consider the guys that have come into the NBA right out of high school, he will be considered one of the forerunners to having successful careers as a guy who never played in college. Actually, he may go down, when you consider him and LeBron James and some others, he very well could go. Kevin Garnett, he could very well go down maybe as the highest scoring of that group of players to have come into the NBA.
Most spectacular player maybe of his generation right now. I mean, there's been Dominique, there's been Michael, but now in this generation.
Yeah, maybe I think he'd be right there. As a matter of fact, you could put him in a group of all-time most dynamic and dominating players. Time will tell where those guys end up.
And here are the Grizzlies now, after the basket by the Lakers. Gasol's in the post. Bynum on it. Shoots from the post, and Gasol gets it to go.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
Memphis on D. Gasol inside, working on Randolph. To Gasol. It's a pick by Bynum. Bynum off the screen. Banks it right in.
Well, it's been a good shooting start to the game. Shooting 75% from the field on their first 4 shots.
And here are the Grizzlies now, trailing by 4. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, I love how they attacked the defense. That was impressive. They were able to get inside, draw fouls, get to the line, and then they made the important free throws.
So it's the Lakers now, following the miss by Zach Randall. From short range, and Gasol gets it to go. And here is Mayo. Last game he had 10 points. Into Zach Randall. Nails it from 8 feet.
That's a good example of excellent communication. The nice lead pass led his teammate right to the rim for the basket.
So it's the Lakers now. Connects from in close.
They're really giving them all they can handle here. The defense is having a hard time keeping up.
Conley, it's blocked, and he recovers the ball. Terrific deep by Bynum. Here's Bryant. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. Here's Conley. Last game with 30 points. Here's Gasol. Gently drops it in. And the Lakers have possession. 4-point game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I love what I saw from their offense. Not that their defense was bad. As a matter of fact, it was pretty good as well. But good plays, well executed, especially on offense, that was the difference. The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it. A tough sequence there.
And here is Bryant, over by Conley. From inside, kept alive. Turner, guarded by Mayo. Gasol backs in. The shot is off, and it's Memphis the other way. This is the second time they've matched up against Los Angeles.
Well, they just never seem to get on track. They struggle to get into their usual groove. And It seemed like they were disjointed and off balance and tentative all game long.
And here is Bryant following the basket by O.J. Mayo. Plays it in off the up and under.
There is no better finisher in the NBA than Kobe Bryant. When he's got you down, he wants to keep you down and step on you.
Here's Conley, still looking to get on the scoreboard. The two-handed jam. Coach Jackson signals for a timeout. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Look at the Lakers, the most efficient team in the NBA in terms of scoring.
As a team, they really execute their offense, so guys know where they're going to get their shots from. And they make sure that guys shoot the shots they're most comfortable with. Ball movement, player movement, execution leads to high field goal percentage.
Memphis on D, trailing by 2. The inside look by Turner.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job. They've got to find a better way to keep control of the ball. We've seen several possessions end without a shot.
And here is Mayo, averaging 19 points per contest. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Randolph in the posts. He's up against Gasol. Inside, Randolph can't hit. And the story potentially developing here early, Clark, turnovers.
That's exactly all it's about right now, Kevin, turnovers. And if I was coaching this team, I'd be worried right now. He needs to get them to settle down, just slow their pace just a bit so they can take better care of the ball.
Here's Conley following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Swing pass to Randolph from close range. Graceful finish.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Turner in close, lays it right in. He has 6.
This guy's really providing a lot of offense for him right now.
Memphis trailing here. And here is Mayo. Stolen by Kobe. Turner. Rips it down.
They've been dominant at both ends of the floor, so the early lead is no surprise.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Lakers. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And checking out Memphis, way down below.
Boy, still looking for their first win against this team. They've got to be extra motivated to try to get off the snide against these guys.
So it's Memphis now. It's a 10-point game. Here's Carroll. Count the baseline J.
I tell you what, coach doesn't encourage him to take those, but everything's forgiven when they drop.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's Turner. Great finish in traffic. He's got 10.
Well, he's really been big for their team, finding a way to consistently get it done on the scoreboard.
Conley blocked. Here's Randolph booking off the offensive rebound.
You can't forget about him when you're boxing out. That's what he does. He crashes the glass.
Here's our test. Pinballs around and in. They're up 26-16.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
Grizzlies going with the new group. And here is Mayo. Conley to the perimeter. Gasol on the paint, gets the lay-in.
This is how they've built an early lead, a relentless and punishing inside game.
Here comes Michael Conley. No points for him. To Young. Dumps it off to Conley. Here's Gasol. Gasol with the rebound. And it's the Lakers' ball, leading by 12. Right wing. Ellington, guarded by Mayo. From 18 feet away. Cannot hit. And it's Memphis the other way. Got a piece of it. Here's Mayo. Fired short, but gets the kind roll and goes in. I was reading the other day, an NBA coach is talking about O.J. Mayo, so he's got one of the best shots I've ever seen for a young guy.
Yeah, I thought that when I saw him at USC the 1 year he played there, and I always thought that he was keeping a little bit in the fuel tank when he was at USC in an effort to fit in. I thought once he got to the pros, he would feel more comfortable unleashing himself. And the game would allow him to unleash himself because of the faster pace, the more possessions. And my God, has he shown that to be true. He's putting big points up and doing it almost in an effortless fashion.
I like your assessment. A different group set to go for the Lakers. Now Bynum. 11 points last game. Turner. Kisses it off the glass and in. He's got 13.
Well, they're not doing a good job here on defense in the first quarter, Kevin.
Here comes Michael Conley. Not on the scoreboard yet. 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Five on the shot clock. And here is Mayo, defended by Bryant. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. And you're right, down by double digits here.
Yeah, Kevin, defense really comes down to effort. You've got to be on the same page as a group, but individually, you've got to take pride in trying to stop your guy.
Here's Turner. Gasol is on it. The Lakers got out to a good start.
Well, they've been the beneficiary of quite a few turnovers. They've made fewer mistakes, and that's why they're ahead.
We're at the end of one, and it's already a double-digit lead. The score, 31-18. And the Lakers have possession. It's a 13-point game. Remember, when you're enjoying turkey with the family, catch that special Thanksgiving Day broadcast. The New Jersey Nets playing away from East Rutherford. They'll face the Blazers at the Rose Garden. That'll start at 7 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
And here are the Grizzlies now, after the miss by the Lakers. To Jones. Young. From about 16. That's good. Nice bucket by the two-year man out of Pittsburgh. Here's Turner.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Turner, shooting one.
Good for the three-point play. Now Gasol. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Henbe buries the free throw line jumper. And the Lakers have possession. They host the 76ers after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
Here's Jones. Finishes the break with the soft touch. And the Lakers have possession. It's a 10-point game. To Walton. Here's Turner. Kept alive. The shot's good from Bynum. And you're right, they need to rebound more effectively if they want to come back.
They need to do that and make all of the small plays, the little things, the loose balls, 50-50 balls that don't show up in the stat sheet, yet put your team in position to win.
Randall Bynum gets the board inside. And it's the Lakers' ball, leading by 12. Bryant backs down. From inside, Randolph grabs the board. So it's Memphis now, down by 12. To the stripe. Here's Randolph. Got a hand on it. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Bynum. Scooped up. Turner. A miss three.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
Here's Randolph. No good. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Remember, when you're enjoying turkey with the family, catch that special Thanksgiving Day broadcast. It's going to be Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic as they face the Miami Heat at the American Airlines Arena. It'll get rolling at 7:30 Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. Luke Walton just keeps getting better and better. A smart player on the floor, terrific passer. He's got some pretty good genes, too.
You know my saying for that, Kevin, my line on that is simply this. You can't run away from the DNA. And you see the DNA all over that young fella. Smart, aggressive, and productive.
Memphis on D. Lowry on the elbow. Swing pass. Here's Turner. No luck on the three-point attempt.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And here is Mayo. To end the drought. Bryant with the rebound.
He's normally pretty accurate around the rim, but he couldn't make the layup that time.
To Kobe. And here's what happened yesterday in the NBA. Cleveland with the road win as the Los Angeles Clippers are defeated. It's a road win for the Chicago Bulls. The Charlotte Bobcats with the loss. It was the 76ers taking the win in Philadelphia. The New York Knicks going down. And back to the game we go.
You can see that they're not worried about being conservative here. I mean, they're going after it. They're looking to shoot shots from behind the arc, taking more here than they did in the first quarter, and trying to put this team away.
Here's Conley. No points for him. Behind the arc. Rebound by Ron Artest. The Lakers controlling the game. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice, clear look. Just didn't convert.
Mayo. Off from three-point land.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
Here's Artest. Buries the corner jumper.
He was really a non-factor in that first quarter, but he's found a way to step it up here.
Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Look at the Lakers. They have the highest percentage in the league. Well coached.
This is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league because they work at it. Believe me, they spend a lot of time working on their free throw shooting, and it shows up in games. That's why they're one of the league's best.
Here's Conley, averaging 16 points a game. Here's Gasol, and he can't stop the run.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
And the Lakers have possession. Kept alive. Gasol's in the post, working on Randolph. They retain possession. Hands it off to Turner. Hands it off. Artest. Finally, they get the bucket. He's got 14. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
Remember, when you're enjoying turkey with the family, catch that special Thanksgiving Day broadcast. It's going to be Pau Gasol and the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll play host to the Philadelphia 76ers. It all gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep.
Nice. Big momentum builders, those second chance points.
Coach Jackson wants a timeout. And here is Bryant. He's got 8. About 3.5 minutes left in the second. Turner. Artest on the way. Off target from downtown.
He made it all happen, Kevin. He contested the shot and cleaned up the miss. Well done.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hands.
Here's Turner. It's in for 3. He's got 19.
And there he goes. He didn't get a 3 in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Right wing. Picked by Randolph. Here's Gasol. Scooped up. Randolph tries to drop it in, but it won't go.
It seems like they're winning all of the hustle plays, getting all of the 50-50 balls, and they have a big advantage on the glass.
Here's Conley. The Lakers missing that time. To Mayo. Tries to keep it alive. And it's scooped up by the Lakers. Here's Turner. Buries the short-range jumper. Here's Conley. Still looking to get on the scoreboard.
Two minutes remaining.
Here's Young. Sinks it from the top of the key. So it's the Lakers now. 1:51 left in the half. Artest connects on the tough shot. 16 points for him.
He's absolutely been unstoppable this quarter.
To the free throw line. Here's Mayo.
That's embarrassing defensively. Not moving your feet, not talking, not stopping penetration. I would have used the game tape as blackmail.
Here's Turner. Gasol. Randolph grabs the board.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
To the outside. Mayo. That's good.
Because they're behind, they feel a little pressure to start jacking up three-point shots, and it's led to more attempts from behind the arc.
So it's the Lakers now. To Artest. From 17 feet out. Gets the bucket. 18 points for him. A challenging stretch here for Memphis. Here's Conley. Dumps it off. And Memphis turns it over. Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. The Grizzlies going with a new group. Ron Artest with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's really in the zone and is racking up the points in bunches.
He certainly has. He's getting all the looks he wants and is finishing his chances.
They need to do something to get him out of his rhythm before it's too late. They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Turner backs him down. Howard misses the buzzer beater.
Man, this is ugly, Kevin.
Yeah, it's definitely been a one-sided game so far. We've reached halftime with the score 57-33. Now it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the team stats. Lakers have been able to score so easy that it seems almost effortless.
Yeah, they're putting on a clinic out there, as you can see from their sky-high field goal percentage.
Turner has started off well.
And he's been snapping that net, Kev. That's what you love to see. Bucket, bucket, and then more bucket.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. You know, some of the fans at home are hoping for a comeback here. We'll see if that can happen as we start this quarter. So it's the Lakers now. Gasol inside. He's against Randolph. Let's go with a three.
Kevin, he got a decent look there, and you want to see him continue to shoot that shot.
Here's Conley. Dumps it off. Mayo nets it from the wing. He's got 11.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
Down hard.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Turner, shooting one.
He completes the three-point play. And here is Mayo. 11 points in the game. To the right corner. Here's Randolph, defended by Gasol. 5 on the shot clock. Randolph can't hit.
I think he's really starting to lose confidence in his shot. Those misses are getting to him.
Here's Turner. No good from three-point land. Here comes Michael Conley, looking for his first bucket of the game. To Mayo. Lets it go from the wing. The shot misses. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Artest. To Turner. Now Gasol working on Randolph. Sweet move. Kept alive with the second effort. And Gasol gets it to go.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Here comes Michael Conley. Here's Young. Gasol holds it in, and that's his 9th rebound thus far. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Cheryl Miller.
Kevin, during the break, I spoke with the head coach of the Grizzlies. He wasn't doing a great job of hiding his exasperation with his players. He needed one answer, above all else. They're a better team. He said they're outplaying us, they're outcoaching us in every way. We need to do everything better. Nothing is working. Maybe that will get his guys fired up. Or depressed. That's the latest from courtside. Kev?
Thanks, Cheryl. And here is Mayo following the Lakers' three-point attempt. Randolph. Laid in with the D draped all over him. 8 points for him.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Now Gasol working on Randolph. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Artest. The three won't fall. Here comes Michael Conley. Not on the scoreboard yet. Here's Mayo. Drops it in on the layup. Sweet touch by the third-year man out of USC. The Lakers controlling the game. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. To Turner. Covered by Conley. 5 on the shot clock. Artest kept alive. Here's Bryant. Knocks down the open jumper. He's got 10.
You knew that one was good as soon as he released it. That's cash money.
Artest will get a well-earned rest. Now Young. 6 points for him. To the stripe. Rips it down with one hand.
He is such a high flyer. Eye-popping dunks like that for him are second nature.
Here's Turner. Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
That's his third personal foul. Second team foul.
Carroll is in at small forward. Good for the three-point play. Here's Conley. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Carroll. Conley leads the game in assists. And here is Bryant. He's got 10.
The idea now is to try to wear them down with full court man-to-man defense.
To Bryant, wide open. It's rebounded by Mayo. Here comes Michael Conley. Conley. Gasol's in the post. He's up against Gasol.
Wow, I think he shocked him there, Kevin. Not the guy you expect to hurt you in the post.
The Lakers controlling the game. To Turner. Here's Gasol. And it's off. Questionable decision-making there. Left wing. Here's Mayo. Dumps it off. To Gasol. Takes it up. Nice feed by Conley. 10 points for him. And the Lakers have possession. Right around 4 minutes left in the third. Turner from deep. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be playing the Hornets, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Walton will leave the floor. Los Angeles has just caught on fire and is really locked on from beyond the arc.
Everyone seems to be getting involved in the long-range shooting today, Kevin. I've seen teams shoot this well for a short stretch, but they've been on the mark the whole game.
It's rare to see a team shoot so well for so long, but they've been feeling it and letting it fly.
And so far, so good.
And the Lakers have possession following the miss by Zach Randolph. Here's Artest. Kept alive. Gasol inside. Working on Randolph. And Gasol gets it to go. And here is Mayo. 13 points in the game. Randolph on the free throw line. Gasol inside. Bynum gets in close. Well, we know about his more famous older brother, Pau Gasol. But tell me about Mark Gasol.
A banger, good hand, unafraid to get dirty inside, and consistently productive. I mean, he's going to get you 6 to 10 rebounds a game and scoring double figures while shooting a high percentage And you can tell he's got a good high basketball IQ because he's effective passing it out of the post as well as scoring.
The Lakers controlling the game. Here's Bynum. The shot is off, and it's Memphis the other way. 2:53 left in the third quarter. Mayo sticks it from 17 feet. 15 points in the game. So it's the Lakers now. They have a 19-point lead. Deflects the pass. Stolen away by the Grizzlies. From short range. Finishes with the soft touch. He's got 17. 8 in this quarter alone. And it's the Lakers' ball. 17-point game. Here's Turner. The rebound by Young.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Here's Penbay. On the mark with the triple. And the Lakers have possession. Turner dumps it off. Here's Bynum. Can't put an end to the run.
I think the D left him unguarded on purpose. They gambled he couldn't hurt them from outside, and guess what? He couldn't. He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
So it's the Lakers now. Gasol inside. Arthur on him. The jump hook made by Gasol. And that gives him a double-double. And here is Mayo. 19 points in the game. Here's Penbay. Cans it from in close. 7 points in the game.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
Memphis on D. Down by 12. Turner. Can't hit the three-pointer.
He's trying to get it going from outside.
Here's Mayo. Double clutches. Stuffed it and grabs the rock. The one-man stop by Artest. Turner backs down. Here's Gasol. Scooped up. Bynum. It's good. Nice offensive rebound. Nice shot by the 6-year veteran out of St. Joseph High School. To the elbow. Here's Young. Sticks it from 17 feet. 10 points for him. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To Gasol. Here's Bynum. Doesn't get enough under it. Now Young. 10 points for him. Mayo. Drains it from the wing. He's got 21.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 73-63. Turner has played well. 27 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 steals.
Well, he's been slashing to the rim and ripping down some vicious jam. They've yet to find an answer for him. He's just carved.
And here are the Grizzlies now. It's a 10-point game. To the beat. Right block. Here's Randolph. Defended by Bryant. The three was off target by Jones.
So far today, they're showing a little more effort and hustle. They've got a small advantage on the glass right now.
To Bynum. Rips it down with both hands. And that advantage you're talking about, Clark, certainly one of the factors in this league.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. Each of those rebounds are creating another scoring opportunity for him.
The beat. He's guarded by Bynum. It bounces out of bounds after the shot.
Lakers ball.
So it's the Lakers now, leading by 12. To to the free throw line. Walsh, guarded by Mayo, fades back on the mark with the fadeaway.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
To the inside. Mayo, way off from the arc.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
So it's the Lakers now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Tipped.
You know, when you compare these guys to earlier in the game, Kevin, they're doing a much better job of limiting the giveaways.
Can't get it to go. And it's the Lakers taking it the other way. Here's Bryant. Dunks it home off the sweet dish. Like you were saying, Clark, quite an improvement in holding on to the ball.
And, Kevin, I just think it was a matter of concentration. They've looked at what they were doing wrong, gathered themselves, regrouped, and now they're playing a much cleaner, sharper game.
That's a good way to put it. Rebound inside by Turner. And here's Los Angeles. To Walsh. Tipped. Great play by Mayo. So it's Memphis now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Here's Jones. And Andrew Bynum pulls it down.
What more can he ask for? Came up against very little defensive resistance, then botched the layup.
Memphis on D. They trail by 16. And here is Bryant. He's against Randolph.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
Personal foul. Bryant, shooting 2.
He knocks down the first one. And the Grizzlies with some adjustments here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Conley. No points for him. Henbe. No good. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Turner. Puts too much on it.
Oh, man. Shots like that will make a coach lose his hair.
Here's Carroll. Lays it right in.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
The Lakers controlling the game. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Turner in close. Yarich corrals the miss inside. Here comes Michael Conley. Here's Yarich. Yes, from downtown.
The fast break left the defense discombobulated. As a result, he had the open three.
Here's Turner. Nails it from close range.
Put a fork in him, Kevin. This one's over.
They're losing by 22. 1:41 left to the fourth. Cheryl, what do you have?
Well, I had a moment to speak with the Grizzlies. He wants his squad to focus on pounding it down low. He said dunks and layups, guys. That's what we want. We'll see if they can get it to the rim. Kevin.
Thank you, Cheryl. Here's Conley. Not on the scoreboard yet. And here are the Grizzlies now.
Under a minute to go, and the game is all but over.
Deflected. Young. Mayo. The Lakers cruise to a win as they blow out the Grizzlies 94-72. Turner is the Jordan Brand player of the game and some solid numbers.
Well, Kevin, the name of the game is still scoring. And anytime you score that many points, you're giving a big boost to your team.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.